We are in the final week of Big Brother 26. 4 people left, and instead of doing a simple power ranking of all 4, we're going to make this more of a fun video where we go over why each of the 4 remaining contestants should win Big Brother 26. I think each of the 4 have their own arguments and their own paths to the end. Some may be more clear than others, some may be better than others, but let's just go ahead and talk about all of them. Spoiler free here too, so I don't really know who's going to be going home at all yet, but we saw the POV last night. We saw the HOH last night. I'm filming this on Monday night, so let's just get into it. Why should each of these players win Big Brother 26? Now, before we get too far in, just want to say thank you for everybody this season who subscribed. The channel is blowing up. A lot of it's due to all of you Big Brother fans. I saw you commenting last week. But yeah, we're going to go alphabetical order here on why these top 4 players are remaining, which means up first, why should Cam win Big Brother? Cam has been a very good social player throughout this game. Very rarely could you see a D1 athlete who's tall and athletic, somebody who's also well known with social media, never really be at risk. He was on the block really twice this whole season, once during Tucker's HOH, and then the second one during T-Core's HOH, where he proceeded to win the power of veto. Now he's on the block again here at the final 4 with Chelsea and Mackenzie holding both the HOH and POV power. If he makes it through, there's a way that I think Cam could win, is if he clutches out this final HOH comp and cuts Chelsea. I think there's a narrative thread that Cam kind of had happen, everything he wanted to do post-jury, minus the chemo eviction of Rabina. He was big on getting T-Core out. He was big on getting Quinn backdooring out. He was the one putting up most of the work to make sure Mackenzie put up Leah and get Leah out that week. He was solid on making sure Angela was the target instead of MJ, something that helped protect him in the very next double eviction HOH. He's managed to, with this just overall social game and very level-headed demeanor, just play a great spot. Is he winning comps as much? No. But if he's able to make the big move, if Chelsea is seen as the big jury threat, that he takes out final 3, you could see a lot of people sway towards Cam at all. He had good relationships with Rabina, good relationship with T-Core, and even near the end, a good relationship a little bit with Chemo. His jury management hasn't been great overall, but again, one big solid move and a win at the right time could be all Cam needs to take home this crown. He's been a pleasure to watch for on my screen. I've loved the dogs at the crib shout-outs, the only shout-out I really love hearing week after week after week. He's been so unproblematic the whole entire season, and he's just been was a fun person overall. I hope we get to see Cam more in the future, maybe in Big Brother or other shows, but I just loved his overall just season this year. Again, he reminds me a little bit of Matt from last season in being a very big social player, being able to weave the things he wants to happen throughout. He just needs to realize he had a bigger say in this and is able to really point that out to the jury when he makes Final 2, if he makes Final 2, so he should win Big Brother 26 after he takes Chelsea out. Speaking of Chelsea, if there was a clear frontrunner and probably best overall player this season, it's going to be Chelsea. And I can go over all the reasons why she should win, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. She has Mackenzie wrapped around her finger, basically doing whatever she wants to say. She's sewn up also 4 HOHs. I think this is the most won by a woman since Big Brother 13, potentially. So she's had 4 HOH wins. You can't really say she isn't a competitive person in comp wins this year. She's very good with just social dynamics, liking people. Heck, she had Leah and Joseph coming out of the house saying, I would have worked with Chelsea till the end of the game, even though I know she's probably the best player, is one of the main reasons why I'm going out. She's created this kind of social structure around her, and even though she's been on the block for 1 week, Tucker's HOH again, she won the AI arena. She wasn't really at risk because she had that social outside the game connection with T-Core that really kept her safe through most of this game. Chelsea isn't a perfect player. You could definitely see, she gives people a lot of dirt on her in a lot of different ways, mainly looking back right before Janky Week, telling everybody in the house, including T-Core, Chemo, and Rabina, we need to get Leah out next. Leah wins HOH. Do any of those three turn that information over to Leah and likely gets Chelsea backdoored that week and out of the game? No. So she survived her one big vulnerability, and since then, you had MJ or Chelsea winning HOHs and POVs. Outside of, I guess, one Chemo POV, she hasn't been at risk at all. She's played a really solid endgame jury, and if she makes this final two, whether it's Mackenzie dragging her to the end, or Cam dragging her to the end, or just her winning the final three HOH, she's a well-deserving winner and very likely should win this game hands down, no questions. Chelsea deserves her flowers. Just a very fun game all the way from the Pentagon down through kind of being on the bottom and working her way back up through the middle and really relying on the outside of life things to cling people to be her supporters, whether that's MJ with religion or T-Core with representation and Rubina with representation. Chelsea has used those outside the game facets to the best of their ability, and that is, besides the comp wins and her ability to manipulate people very well, is why Chelsea should win Big Brother 26. Her biggest competition, though, potentially, is Mackenzie. Yes, surprisingly, Mackenzie went from being on the wrong side the first vote, her potential showmance being voted out, to being the comp threat post-jury this whole entire season. She's definitely acting very much like a Chelsea minion, but if Chelsea leaves this game, who else should win this game besides MJ? Not only has she won competitions, she was able to get Cam to turn on T-Core in that janky week and keep the target off Chelsea from Leah's perspective. People can say, oh, she went after Leah, somebody who would never go after her. That can be a little bit true, but Leah clearly was her big POV competition threat. And I just think Leah and Angela going out back-to-back, even though they were two people that MJ's back, when you get down to the end, it could just be as simple as, hey, they won the POV, MJ's up for eviction, we vote out MJ. That could make the difference. So taking out some of the bigger competition threats, at the end of the day, could be argued was the right move for MJ on this journey to the final two. Now, if MJ is able to win the final three HOH, she has an argument for some people if they're looking at comp abilities in that type of a way. Whether she likes it or not, she has a really good social bond on jury with both Leah, Angela, and potentially Chemo and Rabina in this game, depending on how the things go out here. Maybe not as much Rabina. And if she's in the end versus Cam, I think she's very much going to win this because of her comp wins and being very visible power-wise. And if she's against Chelsea, I don't think she'll win, but if it's MJ dragging Chelsea, you could start seeing people swing arguments, especially with Angela in the jury going to be pro MJ, potentially even Leah pro MJ in that jury. All it takes is maybe Cam going for MJ. There's three, and you just need one person sniped off, and MJ could beat Chelsea in a final two if she drags MJ. I don't know if that'll happen, but there's a good reason why MJ should win. And that's not even considered the fact that if she wins the final three HOH and cuts Chelsea, she very clearly should be winning this season as the postseason comp threat who is able to take out all of her competition threats throughout there, and recognizing that Chelsea was the best player and taking her out at final three would be a really great winning story for Mackenzie, and I think would make her a lot better of a winner than some of us would like to think, because we just focus on that Leah move and think, how can she be so stupid? Well, she's won every POV since then, and she's won another HOH as well. Clearly, I think this was a good move to get competition threats out for her in the late game. And in Big Brother, sometimes that matters more than having an ally who wouldn't evict you, because at the end of the day, HOHs don't matter as much. All that matters is that the people who have the power to vote can evict. So that's where I stand with Mackenzie and why Mackenzie should win Big Brother 26. Finally, our last Final Four contestant, Rabina. Rabina is somebody who's had a lot of social pull this game. She was very big and instrumental on the Cedric flip and the Pentagon dissolution earlier in the game, using Tucker as a sword when needed in the very big middle part of the game, but not allowing his dismissal to kind of shut her game down. She developed great relationships outside of just the trio with people like, I feel, Mackenzie, even Cam a bit. She's been able to weave her way through to where both Chemo and T-Core were protecting Rabina nonstop this game, but she's used them as shields to isolate herself into this Final Four picture. If she's able to survive the Final Four, Final Four vote, get to Final Three, and much like Cam, win the Final Three HOH and take out Chelsea, you might see a world where she has jury votes, maybe with Chemo, Rabina. Quinn might very much respect that. Leah might respect that a bit. Cam could go for her over Mackenzie. Either way, Rabina's social game at times may be iffy, but it has allowed her to survive throughout this whole entire game and get to the point where if she makes Final Two, there's an argument that could be made against her. If she's against Chelsea, it all depends on if T-Core and Chemo vote with her, because we know Angela's not going to vote for Chelsea. That's 3. If Cam is a bit annoyed with Chelsea and MJ and decides, hey, I'll vote with Chemo, T-Core, Rabina, Chemo, T-Core, Angela, and I'll join them and be 4 against Chelsea, there's a chance that she should win the game, and that's all due to the good bonding that she has made with other people and some of the other faults of others in jury management. Again, I think all 4 of these people have played very interesting games. I think they all 4 have an argument if they make Final Two on reasons why they should win. We know it's going to be Cam or Rabina up for eviction this Thursday. I'm going to be working, unfortunately, so I won't be able to do a live reaction to that. And I should be able to do a live reaction to the finale on Sunday. And my other content coming out this Saturday is going to be me going back and watching my reaction to my initial power ranking video, seeing what I got right, seeing what I got wrong, and kind of just a look back on this fun, messy, stupid, not many great game players, but just season that has become Big Brother 26. Tell me down below on who you think should win this season. Did I get these right? Did I get these wrong? And yeah, I look forward to the end of finale week, and we really go over who I hope will be a very good winner. We have 2 good chances of having outstanding winners in Mackenzie and Chelsea, in my opinion, as well as an outside surprise winner in Rabina or Cam. And I just look forward to seeing the results on Sunday night and just being up to debate who made the right move at the end, how was the season as a whole, and all that lot. Until I see you in a future video, thank you for this. Again, no Survivor live this week because of work. You'll get Island analysis there, only in the Murders in the Building coverage tomorrow night, or later tonight, and then we got some fun movies coming out this weekend, so check out reviews for that. I will see you later this week. Thank you, and have a good day, good night, wherever you're at, and we're in the final week in the Big Brother house.